Welcome, this is Ahmad from the StarPower.Network. I'm extremely excited to announce Solfinity. Our partnership with them is our official retail sales division and source platform. So many things that Bri Henry, the CEO and co-founder of Solfinity, will explain. But first, I want to intro a really special overview experience of explaining what the StarPower.Network is, not so much in logical left brain, but in really what it feels like. So we're going to watch a 2.5 minute video, and then Bri's going to jump into why Solfinity, what Solfinity is. And Bri, thank you so much for making some time to do this today.
We're on a journey with a mission to evolve the way we create power. We believe in order to make a difference, we must first be the change. We may seem small alone, but together many hands make light work by harnessing the source of life itself. Every day our planet receives enough light to energize our world for an entire year. Yet we've been addicted to a vicious cycle of extracting and burning harmful fossil fuels, polluting our air, our water, our bodies, and those we love. But the warning signs are finally getting our attention, while rising power costs and grid failures are the birthing pains of a new age. Every minute, there's someone deciding that enough is enough by taking a step forward to claim what's rightfully theirs. And we're here to help you do the same. We are the ones you've been waiting for, and this is Star Power. Yeah. Welcome to a new world and a new life, a Star Power life, where everything we need is abundantly available. Energy, information, and light to help you find your way. We are a new breed of solar professionals with seamless technology, a passion for innovation and efficiency, while coming together in reverence for what is sacred, life and everything in it. On this journey, we're going to a place where nobody's left behind. In this story, every project is our priority because you are the star of our show. You're the hero. We need you, and you need us. We all need each other to get to where we're going. A Star Power life is waiting for you. It's a simple place where you can feel peace of mind, satisfaction, and empowerment. A life for you and your loved ones to feel more at home in yourself, in your house, and in our communities. The time is now. The energy is ours. The stars are shining, and our sun is here to give us everything we need. We only have to have the want and the courage to harness it. Come now, all who are ready to live a Star Power life.
All right. So thank you, Bri, for being here, and great introduction and segue for you to take the screen and show the amazing things that you guys have created. And we're really honored to be working together. So let's talk about why somebody would want to join the StarPower.Network and work with Solfinity.
All right, perfect. All right, so obviously, when we talk about why Solfinity, there are some important realizations we have to have about the industry. Number one, locations matter. Obviously, it's one thing to sell in your home state, but the vision of Solfinity is to give people a nationwide platform to sell not just in their home state, but also sell referral networks as well as virtually anywhere in the world, right? We want to give you the access and ability to work from your laptop, from home, and be able to help bless folks with the power of the sun through solar, but with a nationwide access. Obviously, modern technology, very important, company culture. So we're going to talk about some of these things as we go through it, but just to give you an idea, most of the states on the western, obviously, the south side of the country, we're already there. This has not been updated in a couple of weeks, so we actually have already added a few states that aren't on here, like Oklahoma, Tennessee, places like that, Arkansas. Actually, it's already on there. So just keep your eye on this map. If there's a state that you have an interest or an appetite in selling in, we probably are already trying to get there. So now, the biggest problem with the solar space we have found is the lack of modern technology. The reality is you can sell solar with a pen and paper. And because of that, some of the talented folks out there haven't made an emphasis and a priority of creating a platform where there is a technology-based access point for everyone coming on board. The issue with that is scale. And so you are going to notice the longer you work with StarPower.Network and with Solfinity Power, that the technology is just going to get better and better. Onboarding, for now, it's just a quick website. They jump on, they onboard. It actually takes them to their links so they can get their sales tools and their emails and platforms. Eventually, every single partner with Solfinity will have their own, it's already in development, their own web page with a web link and a hook to send people to get them onboarded. So you can bring on your affiliates and your teammates pretty efficiently and quickly. We do try to keep our hands on the most updated sales platforms and tools because we work with so many different installers. Obviously, that has been sort of an evolving thing, but we use Sonobi as one of our more preferred platforms. There's the beauty of this tool to help you explain to your customers why they should go solar is really out of this world. But the good news is there's plenty of other platforms out there, and we will use pretty much all of them if we have to. The goal is to give you the ability to use modern technology to create yourself as the one plug and play solution for every customer. So imagine if you can sit down with a client and instead of having a conversation on why Solfinity or why you can just say, well, why solar? Okay, here's all the logical reasons why you should do it. Okay, great. So let me shop for you. Let me be the person, the expert that guides you through the process, like a real estate agent when you're buying a home, right? And a real estate agent doesn't care what home you pick. They just want you to buy a home, right? And they guide you through the process. We're no different than a real estate agent. Our goal is to help you decide to go solar. Once you decide that, who installs the platform, who's going to monitor and take care of your system for the next 25 years, frankly, that is something that we are going to help guide you through as an expert. And so this has obviously been a really important part of who we are. Some other technology features that are going to come is just commission tracking has always been a really tough thing in the sales space. The bigger companies, they do this well. And so we wanted to do it well as well. So obviously giving you tools and access to knowing how much you have in the pipeline, not just once you get paid out or a day or two before you get paid, but to know months in advance of what you should be expecting based on your team size, and your commission tracking. It's all through one platform and one tool. And eventually this will all be unified under one piece of wireframe technology owned by you, essentially, by the end user, the partners at Solfinity. We'll talk more about that later. Company cultures is one thing we've done very well I'd say over the last 9.5 months. We've focused on how do we create a really simple, inexpensive swag platform so that folks can not only order company swag, but also if you have a vision of, okay, Solfinity is great, obviously, so is StarPower.Network, but really I'd love to be, whatever brand solar company you have, you want to brand yourself in your community and just be powered by StarPower.Network and by Solfinity. We can actually help you make that custom swag through our marketing department, and at no extra cost to you, help you roll out that for your people so they can order your company swag through our swag platform. The reason why that's important is there is nothing more important to branding than being able to rock your company's brands. So we support you in that, and we can help you with that. Also, we do make sure that every onboarded representative does have some form of ID. So if they need to be identified in the field or in the home or virtually, someone simply can type in your name or your company ID, which is on the badge that we send out through your welcome box. And that just allows you to feel official, have some business cards that you get in the mail. Everyone gets the business cards. They get a shirt, a hat, a badge. and just the basic tools necessary to start the job. Okay. We do provide sales contests both to our affiliates and to our full-time sales representatives who are direct. And so the sales contest, I think, we just did one where I think 8 individuals won for them and their wives a free trip to St. Thomas or Hawaii, which is coming up in April of next year. So we're really excited about that. Some months it might just be a big $10,000 cash bonus for the top producer. Like, it does vary, but everyone will participate in these sales contests. Sales incentive trips, that's what we just talked about. And of course, last but not least, sales conferences. Our focus at Solfinity is financial literacy and marketing, social media marketing, and some of the more ClickFunnels and the more modern ways to evolve and grow your business. Well, our conferences are going to be based around wealth building and based around financial literacy. Solfinity, StarPower.Network, and hopefully your company, if you decide to join us, will just be part of that culture, right? When we do a sales conference, it's going to be all about education on new platforms. And those platforms, the education for those new platforms are going to lead to, hopefully, them wanting to join us, right? So our sales conferences will be more of a, hey, come out and learn about stocks and bonds and investments. We'll have big speakers and things like that. And so people have a want to come, so they don't feel like they have to join the company to be here. But of course, by the end of it, the goal will be for them to have no reason not to want to come on board and join us as affiliates. I will say one thing we do very well that most of our competitors have lacked on is customer care. At a sales level, most sales companies in the solar space, they rely on the installer to create their customer care experience. We fortunately are not doing that. We decided to go a different direction. So we make sure that every customer gets a post-sale corporate follow-up call just to touch base. And this is actually now no longer a call. It's actually all automated through our CRM. They get basically live updates from a non-branded, so they won't say Solfinity, but basically a video of a young lady just saying, hey, this is the stage you're in. So they'll get automatic updates throughout their sales process to keep them up to date. Upon installation, we do send every customer a welcome box handwritten by whoever the sales rep was. And so it's actually a robot that does the handwriting. So it looks and feels real. It's from you, and they get I think it's a $20 or $30 Amazon gift card. Now, this may seem small, but when you do it as a company culture, what we have found is referrals are easy, because even if you forget to follow up with your customer, the system does it for you. And so when you do reach out to them for a big sales week or things are slow and you just want to touch them via text or phone call through our CRM, when you're able to say, hey, did you get our welcome box thanking you for your business? And they're like, yeah, I got that. It was so sweet of you. Thank you. The next question of, great. The way I earn my business, feeding my family, is through referrals. Would you mind passing my information to any of your neighbors or any of your fans or family who own homes? It's much easier when they feel like you care. Even if you had to move on and forgot to reach out to them, we've done it for you. And this is a company standard. Project management concierge. This has actually been, it used to just be a hotline. Now it's digital. We have an email server process. We've got pipeline reviews for the larger teams. One thing Solfinity, I think, and StarPower.Network does better than anybody else is pipeline management. The reason why this is important is if you rely on the installer to get your glass on the roof, that's a mistake. It leads to low realization rates, which leads to essentially working for free. We have one of the highest company-wide realization rates in the industry across all of our sales install platforms, because we manage the pipeline in-house. And we do it for every single rep. And we actually do it essentially at no extra cost unless there's an egregious amount of extra work being done. And then you get a one-time $500 concierge fee. So if you're making $10,000 deal, you might make $9,500 if you're the type of rep who just wants to sell an account, walk away, never look at it again. If you like to be hands-on, you avoid that fee and you get all the help and support you need to get your glass on the roof. Our lead marketplace, this is something that's really exciting. It is currently in development through our CRM. We're waiting for the app to drop, which will drop in the next couple of weeks. We have a no credit score PPA and loan coming out. So like basically no credit check at all. in order to get glass on the roof. And once those 2 projects roll out, the next project will be finishing the lead marketplace. Now, currently, we've pre-negotiated deals with some of the best lead providers in the industry. And that is sort of our non-automated manual lead marketplace. We can give you access to a platform where, listen, we're like, hey, these are the companies we've vetted. We have a good relationship with them. If they take advantage or screw you over or keep your money, which happens in the lead space, we all know it, right? They don't have just you to deal with. They have all of us to deal with. As a unified front, we can hold them accountable and make sure you get a good bang for your buck. We also have one of the best lead distribution platforms in the industry, because we have taken the automated side that most companies try to do and made it a more manual process. So if you have a 50-man sales team, we're able to take that sales team, give them access to our CRM through a enterprise platform, or you can do it individually. And then we actually have someone who at Solfinity and at StarPower.Network will, for you, assign leads to your high producers based on the realization rates, on their sit and close ratios. Like we do all of it for you. So if you're, let's say you have an ad spend budget of $50,000 a month or $1,000 a month, you're watching those dollars make you money, not burn you money. So the lead marketplace is going to just automate all of that. Another piece to the lead marketplace I think you're going to really appreciate is also which is currently live. It's more manual through email. It will be automated, but you're able to say, listen, I don't want to just do leads. And, maybe you're like, we have a lot of guys on our teams that do knock doors, but maybe you're like, I want to do events. I'm an events person. I want to set up a tent or set up a tablecloth and have tchotchkes and be able to network that way. Well, that's what you decide to do. We actually have an in-house event coordinator. So all you have to do is email in saying, hey, I'm interested in doing events in this state. They will then find the events for you for a very small administration fee. I think it's like $250 or $500 depending on how big the event and the scale. They literally will plan it for you. They'll book it for you. They'll do everything. The only thing you have to do is basically put a credit card on file, let them charge whatever, and they'll be pretty clear on the cost. Like, hey, this event's $100. This event's free. This event's $10,000. Whatever it is, like, you might want to do the largest home and garden show in America. Or you might want to do a small, small little thing in your local community. Either way, they can coordinate it for you, drop ship you what you need, your tents, your badges, your hats, your business cards, your tchotchkes, a little, cups to give away, and little cute little things to give people so they can remember your name. We can brand all of it for you if you wanted to say StarPower.Network or Solfinity or your company name, whatever you want. We can help you custom make your marketing pieces for these events. And most importantly, our entire lead platform that you will be able to have access to if you join our platform is 100% automated. So imagine dumping 200-300 leads every month into this platform. And even if you can't follow up with those customers individually one by one, an automated text and an automated email and an automated mailer does it for you. So you have literally customers you've already touched reaching back out to you because they may not be ready to buy today. Maybe they're just at the home and garden show looking to buy a house. And then 12 months or 9 months later, they get into their new home and they're thinking about solar because their neighbor's like, yeah, my power bill this summer was $397. They're like, I don't want to pay that. And then they get a text message, ding, hey, wanted to say happy holidays or whatever. By the way, don't forget about Solfinity when you're looking, or don't forget about your company name and you're looking for solar. So like the automating everything is sort of the trick, and why this slide, while there's not very much meat on it, has a lot of meat to it. Honestly, this is sort of our baby. This is something I think we have done better than almost anyone in the industry, and that's education. It's at your pace. It's online. It is 100% something you can do at your pace. But more importantly, the best in the industry have been recorded and we're talking high quality. Like this is not just as only Zoom, trainings. We're talking like it's been a production of how to close virtually, how to close in home. Soon it's going to be how to knock doors. Then it's going to be how to work events. We're going to have literally an entire training platform on how to do every aspect of our industry and how to sell it all through our live education platform learning module system. This in junction with our continued education series, which every education series we've done since day one is on here, right? And it covers a myriad of topics that you probably never even thought you needed to know about solar. But in addition to that, you can make requests for continued education, and because if you're asking, other people need it too, and we'll literally continue educating and growing the platform that way. Another really fun thing we've been doing is also our financial Fridays. They are just so much information, how the Fed works, why interest rates are going up, when they're going to go down, what stocks to buy. Like, we've got experts in the industry, experts from IM, one of the best learning online trading platforms in America, who pours into, and he brings in folks, and we have a gentleman worth $200 million at one time, like folks who have access to how wealth works, educating our users and our partners on how to grow their money from the solar space. Branding, social media marketing. Our CRO is an influencer. When this was taken back in a year ago, when the slide was made, he had less than 150,000 followers. He was verified online. He now has over 200,000. He's got a YouTube channel. He's one of the best there is at his age in the financial literacy space, and through social media branding. And just to kind of show you just how beautiful we can make your marketing material look. It's this simple. I want something to say this, whatever it is. And then maybe you put it together in a basic slide or Word document or PowerPoint. You send it to our marketing team. We take it, we scrub it, we make it look pretty. We add your logo, our logos, and just roll it back out to you, so that you've got this automated process of building a social media and branding and marketing platform. So you can post things that look pretty. We also can give you access to video, videographers and things like that if you want. These are expenses you have to take on, but we pre-negotiate it for you. And we send you people who know what they're doing, who know how to make TikToks, who know how to make reels, who know how to get you branded in the social media space in your community so you can grow. Financial literacy as a culture. We've talked a little bit about this, but this is sort of why we founded Solfinity. We have probably a few hundred reps currently make earnings high 6 figures, and a few that will earn us, 7 figures this year. It's one thing to make 600 grand a year, 100 grand a year, or $1 million a year. It's another thing to turn that into long-term wealth. So that is something that you may not need access to, but if you like it, it's there. And our compensation structure is as follows. This is something we're very proud of. Most companies, what they do is they've created a platform, and this can vary. Sometimes we have sub dealers and things like that. So, we can discuss the compensation structure if you're not going direct. If you come direct, it works very simple. You get a baseline. The baseline in, let's say, Arizona or whatever state, Texas, is right around $2, $205 usually. That's the cost that the install will do the job for, right? So if there's a 10 kilowatt system, that's 10,000 watts. It would cost the installer, if we made no money, of course, $2 times 10,000, right? That would be 20 grand, right? So that's what you would pay the installer for the system. Now, where the difference is the net price per watt, which let's say you charge an average of $3, which is in company average. What we notice is this. I'll kind of jump to kind of the meat and potatoes, right? This is the average commissionable stack we're seeing based on if you're a beginning closer or you have a large team and you're a VP, right? Anywhere from the average system we're selling at is about $3 net price per watt. So with subs and bonuses, which will be pretty much all of your deals with us, you're looking at between $5,000 and $6,000, as high as $8,000 a deal. Selling lower than 99% of the industry, because most people in the industry sell right around $4. Okay, because we do gross profit, we're able to sell lower. Most people's red lines are above 280. You can sell $2.50 in a state and make, look here, almost $3,000 in a deal that is priced lower than if an owner of a solar company was selling his mom. It's pretty cool. Our comp plan was designed to give you access to sell low, sell volume, sell quick, have quality installs, and make a ton of money along the way. So that's a little bit about who we are. We can talk more about compensation in the future if you decide you want to move forward. We have one of the most aggressive comp plans in the industry, and soon we'll probably have the most aggressive comp plan in the industry because we have a play that we're really excited to launch, but I can't tell you about quite yet. But to give you, I guess, closing remarks on why Solfinity. We are not a sales company. We will be the best sales engine for solar in the space within the next 12 months. We're already top 10, I believe, in the country. Why Solfinity? Because we are a think tank. Your ideas, your new blood added to ours, we want to take them. We want to run with them, right? With the combination of what they're building network-wise over at StarPower.Network, you couldn't ask for better partners. Not only will we help you do well in this space and earn your first 6- and 7-figure incomes, if you haven't already, but we will very, very successfully help you create a network that allows you to help others earn that income as well. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to stop sharing and let Ahmad take back over.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for that. It's been really exciting to see the growth and development of what you guys have been doing over the last 9 months. I've been following, and the think tank is really the separator, right? Like you said, sales companies can be sales companies, and without the collaborative efforts and ideas that are evolving things and making the unique separators, the sales companies will come and go. And that's one thing I wanted to touch on, just ask you one of the most important questions as a takeaway, because you talked a lot about branding and giving people the ability to fly their flag in their market, come up with their own brand, which is great, like that creative freedom and essentially non-ego attachment to Solfinity is really admirable. But on that note, what is Solfinity doing to have customer presence across customer reviews, search engines, things like that? Yeah. Why would somebody want to lean on the Solfinity brand?
I'll actually show you. So one thing that has been I'd say a high priority for us was to create a strong online presence. And we have been able to do that quite successfully. If you were to go to Google right now and just type in Solfinity Power, I believe we already have, we're at 4.8 with Google. We just launched a Better Business Bureau. I think we'll be back to a 4.9 soon, because we do respond to the negative reviews and try to get them cleared. You would lean on Solfinity because, frankly, we will be a beautiful brand online. Will also be a brand that cares about its customers. This will always be a priority for us. Every negative review to us is like a piece of kryptonite. And so our goal is to get it removed as quickly as possible. So when you lean on our brand, instead of having, like, for instance, if you were to type in one of our sales partners, let's go with, we'll use Titan. They're a valued partner of ours, Titan Solar Power. Right? And you look at they're 3.8. Now they have 818 Google reviews, and if you read through them, it's there's some things that would make someone maybe want to pause to do business with that person. Most of them, though, are sales team related, the negative reviews. And so if you're able to say, listen, the reason why we're a valued partner at Solfinity is because we care about our customers, and here's why, and you just have them Google you, and they're able to look you up and say, oh, you're a 4.8, 4.9. Wow, okay, you've got more than 5 reviews, and if you actually read them, they're legitimately, I'm currently in process of my solar installation. I will update review. They kind of get a little more personal. Aaron Baxter, there's a photo. What I pride ourselves in is those thank you cards tends to have them not only leave a review about the company, but also when they get installed, they leave a review about the rep, which I think is huge. And then the feedback, if you go and you read, we actually go and respond. I think let's find a bad one if we can. This one, Tyler Taggart was our rep, so 5-star plus for Tyler is very helpful. They didn't like the installation process, which unfortunately in California is hard to compare. This is right here, right? So I know it's a trend. Even the bad review is like, okay, Lisa, there's not a whole lot we could have done about it, right? But we did respond, and we tried to intentionally show her that these reviews are real, because these are real customers of ours. And we're going to continue to do this until the end of Solfinity, which hopefully is a long, long time from now. So
Right on. Thank you for that. So yeah, like the Star Power Network is a network of resources, and it is a think tank in and of itself. And we could and won't, I would say, start our own retail brand. That's why we've chosen to work with Solfinity and why we will be leaning on Solfinity as the only retail sales experience and platform that we're going to be using. Of course, the Star Power Network is more than just residential sales. We have Solenmo, that's our mortgage and secured finance division, and a lot of other really awesome things. And so for today, this wraps up the recording, and want to thank you for taking the time to watch and considering jumping from the company you're working for and working with us. And if you're new to solar, definitely you probably have a lot more questions, and we'll be ready to help you through that process and start you off on the really exciting journey of, like, really what Bri has said a lot, to be the most lucrative sales opportunity on the planet right now.